Today I want to talk about a modal way to create an interesting chord progression. Now, a bit of a prerequisite for this week is to have an understanding of how major scales work and how to execute that on a guitar. It's one thing to learn note for note what I'm about to play for you, but having the knowledge internalized is what will allow you to use it in a creative musical way. Now, if modes and neck theory are concepts that are kind of foreign or a bit foggy to you, all you have to do is visit zacharmusic.com and sign up for a free, totally 110% free, no obligation trial lesson, and I will work with you on clearing all that up. So let's go ahead and take a look at this riff, and then we're going to talk about it. Alright, so I'm showing both hands here because we're doing some finger picking and want to get that across as well. Now, the basic concept here is I'm in the key of B major, and I'm sticking to the first four strings, and what I'm doing here is on the fourth string, I'm going to the lowest possible note on the fretboard that is possible in B major. So in this case, this is the major third, D sharp. And on the next string, the third string, I'm going a fourth up from that, diatonically in B major. So this is going to be the sixth, G sharp. Now I'm going to keep the second string open throughout just because we're in the key of B major, that's a tonic note, so it's going to kind of act as a pedal tone. And I'll go a perfect fifth up from that, and that'll be an F sharp. So my first chord ends up sounding like this. Now what I'm doing with my right hand is the thumb, which is called P, index I, middle M, and then ring finger A. P is going on the fourth string. I'm basically assigning a finger to a string. So P is on the fourth string, I is on the third string, M is on the second string, and A is on the first string. And the finger picking pattern throughout the first set of chords is P, I, M, A, P, M, I, M. Now what I'm doing after this first chord is ascending each fretted note diatonically. That means that D sharp will go to E natural, G sharp will go to A sharp, and F sharp will go to G sharp. So, and then after that, I'm doing the same thing. E goes to F sharp, A sharp goes to B, and G sharp goes to A sharp. So, it becomes this. So those are the three main chords that I'm dealing with, and after I do that for the first time through, I have a little turnaround riff that's just this B on the third string, and then the B on the open second string, and then the A sharp, followed by the B, open, slide down to the G sharp, then the B, open again, and then F sharp on the fourth string, open B, and the chord progression repeats, so it's like this. Now the way I end this riff is, after coming from this turnaround, I'm doing this chord progression again, so. And then I have a kind of a closing melody where, while that open B is ringing out at the end, it gives me just enough time to slide, or I should say shift my third finger to where my pinky was, and play that, slide down a half step from B to A sharp, and then pinky will cover the F sharp on the second string, then G sharp on the first string, fourth fret with our first finger, pull off to the open E, and then we're doing a little shift down to the D sharp here on the second string, and then an A sharp on the third string, then an open B on the second string, and then we just kind of strum this chord. I was using my thumb to strum this chord at the end. So that whole turnaround, that closing riff I should say, sounds like this. There are so many different possibilities out there just using this particular concept. You know, we can try and do a different combination of strings, different arpeggio pattern, change up the time signatures, mix up whether we're playing the chords, you know, as arpeggios, or just strum, and so on and so on. You know, personally, I love to experiment with this concept because it creates chords that, you know, to my ear are just very appealing, very cool sounding. So that'll about wrap it up for now. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next week.